Okay, you can't really see this because it's too long. This is an ash plank, and I'm using it to saw an axe handle out of. I sawed a piece off. This is a little boy's axe, I guess you call it. And I'm making a handle. Which way do you go? This way. That don't look right either. I'm looking at that. So anyway, that's the handle where I've drawn the blue out. Sawed this out to this point. I don't know the maker of the axe. And you can see there's some writing there, some kind of tool co. And on that side there's a maker's mark. And I'm going to post a link to a video and tag the guy that restored a bigger single-bitted axe with that same maker's mark in it. If anybody knows it, this little axe was beat right to hell. I mean, I actually ground. I used a sandpaper grinder. They don't get hot. Take that lip off because I didn't want to cut any more there because I didn't want to get into the maker's mark. You can see that. And you can even see the side there. I kind of pounded a wedge in there to try and straighten that some, but it was really pounded. And we're going to saw this handle out, get it shaped up. I'm going to give it a 28-inch handle. It may look a little big in the drawing, but it'll shrink up. When I put it together, when you get that cut out more, it's going to be smaller. Well, I'll update you when we get further along. Okay, the next step's going to be a little bit noisy, but bear with me. This is the grinder over there. I'm going to set the camera down, and we should get some footage of this. I'm not going to run it too long. It's going to be noisy, but you'll get the general idea of this step. Yes, it's going to take a little while. General idea. See the all that is a 3-inch drum of tungsten carbide. Pretty powerful stuff. Okay, I'm going to shut you off and bring you back when we're a little further along. Okay, you get the general idea of what that thing over there does. I probably could go further with it, but I think I'll go up and start in, find my draw shave, and start in shaving it at this point down. I don't think I'll go a whole lot more. Trouble is that can gouge. If you catch, you can make an awful gouge. You can ruin a handle in a hurry with it. I'd probably go a little more on that end if I wanted to out there. But you get the general idea. And it still looks kind of big. for that little axe. But when we get it, you know, it's got to be narrowed up here quite a bit. But I don't want to take too much off yet. We'll work it down. Anyway, that's where we're at. Thought I'd better get a little bit of the footage of this part of the axe handle. I really don't have a whole lot of time in it, and it looks pretty rough at this point. But this part is, I'm using the carpenter's hatchet. This one's a nest wing. I have a couple other old ones here. Is getting the shape that I want, the excess wood off. You can buy one of these, I don't know, $12, $13, somewhere in that range. That's about the diameter I want, so I can start with a rasp here pretty quick. It's just a challenge to make one that I like. It's not really saving any money. I have to stop that or I'll split that schnabel right off. It's going to be thinned up in here some more. That's coming nicely. Let's get ready to start shaping it to fit the head in there. You don't want to carry your split too far or it'll get away from you. It'll be more like splitting firewood. But anyway, that's this part of it. It's not really cost effective, it's just interesting to do. Just wanted to do a quick update. I'm tinkering around with that last night. That's not on there yet. I just stuck it on there a little bit to just getting started fitting it to the handle. But that's where we're at. And I probably got an hour, roughly. But I'm doing this because I enjoy doing it. I'm not pushing it. I'm kind of enjoy doing it. And I gotta thin this up here considerably. Sand this so the handle slides right on. I'm not sure what I'm going to do out on that end yet. If I'm going to leave it bigger or take that down more. I'm definitely going to leave it wider than the handle. I've been trimming the handle down. But I'm not sure just what I am going to do with it. Anyway, I probably will tinker at it a little bit today when I get a few minutes. And I won't film everything, but I will at different points along the way. Okay, the axe handle project, or the first axe handle project. I had this little, I'm not sure if it's a hatchet or it was a boy's axe, but it didn't have good balance. I had a hatchet handle in it It just didn't feel good in your hands. It felt too heavy on the end. And it was about a 15-inch handle. And I made it for it, and I did not care for it. So I took it out, but this poor little hatchet, axe, boy's axe, whatever it is, had the living hell beat right out of it. But there's a maker's mark. And I'm hoping the camera's picking this up on this side. And on this side, there's some writing. Now I'm going to just tilt things a little bit, try to make sure it picks it up. But you can see somebody had beat like sideways with it for some kind of a hammer, pounding steel. I did take the grinder a little bit there because that was it was sharp on your finger. And I'm not gonna a whole lot more. I've sharpened it and cleaned it up. Let's see, one end. That's the good end there. You can actually see they beat it so hard. And I drove a cold chisel in there and worked some of that back out to get it back. And anyway, that's the hatchet or axe. And I'm making I have to throw that out, get a little distance. A 28-inch handle, slight curved handle. It's pretty straight. I'm not an expert at making handles. And this is an update on the project. I've showed you other ones. I've used some power tools, hand tools both. We're down to just sanding. The head fits on, but I don't wish to force it. I know you can't see that with me holding it, but I'm also sometimes working with one hand. I don't want to tap it on there yet. That's what it'll look like when it's done. I'm not happy with this end here. I'm actually thinking of probably a little more angle here, and I may even cut that right off, just straight across. I just don't care for it. I even thought of just cutting it off and making a fairly straight handle. It's fairly comfortable now. It balances fairly well in your hand. I'm pretty happy with the handle overall. Well, anyway, that's just an update. I hope those marks show up. And if anybody can possibly identify this thing, please feel free. Comments, message me, whatever. I've found another video with that maker's mark on an axe. And I'm going to post a link to his channel. And I just subscribed to McKindle. And I know he's in Canada. I think he's in Prince Edward Island. And I'm going to post a link to that. I realize the people that aren't axe fanatics aren't going to be interested in that. But thanks for watching. And this will be part 1.